ask yourself one question. Do I feel lucky? Well, do you, punk? Are you feeling lucky?
Oh my goodness. Does that get the blood flowing to places that it shouldn't on a Wednesday or what?
I think it's just the right mood, if I'm being honest.
I am so beyond excited. I'm trying to share this post to my Facebook real quick. I don't know that I can do it. Nope, hold on. We've got it. We're back for, I almost said episode 21 of Feelin Lucky, but I guess this would be episode like 20.5, right, JJ?
Yeah. We did some mini interviews in there, so maybe we're at like 0.75, but...
Yeah, so we are doing a Feelin Lucky takeover of Hops News tonight because it is the eve of Christmas Eve, and JJ and I were the only ones that wanted to hang out with you guys. So we're taking over. Thank you so much for joining us. We have an awesome guest coming up real quickly, but let's get over to the man, the myth, the legend himself, JJ. Let's see if this works. I think it did. How you doing?
What's going on, everybody? How are we doing?
Man, what do you...
I got a little ugly sweater with some pom-poms on it, and my cat is going bananas. So I'm going to be ballless for sure by the end of this podcast.
And ballless, which is kind of funny considering your ugly sweater says nut busted.
Yep, nut buster, baby.
Oh, nut buster. I thought it said nut busted. That's
and then
really
I got
funny.
myself a little eggnog and brandy. We're living our best life over here, Lucky.
Feeling really, really festive. How's COVID been treating you?
Oh, you know, the fact that I only had a stuffy nose is amazing. I think, like, for COVID being the defining thing of 2020, it's probably the least important thing that's ever happened to me. I've had hangovers worse than I've had COVID, so...
Wow, that's saying something. I would have to... Didn't you lose your taste? Are you able to taste that eggnog?
So that is back. I still don't really have the smell.
Okay.
But the taste is back in action, baby, which means we got some craft beers to drink tonight.
Man, how does it feel? Because, like, you were drinking Coors Light when we taped our most recent episode of Feelin Lucky. So how does it feel to be back on that craft?
It feels good. It's you don't realize how good it is until you lose it. And then once you start drinking shitty beers, you're like, oh, this isn't that bad. But then the moment something good just touches your lips, it's the best.
Yes. Quite the best. That's where the nut buster comes in. Yeah, man, I'm glad you were able to join us. You love us more than the other co-hosts. Just kidding. They really wish they could be here. Oh, for sure.
You heard it here first, folks.
But they're not here, and we're already live, so I don't think they can really do anything about it. So we were able to strangle up. That's not... What word am I? Wrangle up. I think that's the word I'm looking for. An awesome guest, a guest that we were hoping to have on Hops News eventually anyway, and it just so happens that it's when Feelin Lucky takes over. So let's get over to our brewing badass. I think that's what JJ called you.
That's her name on my phone.
Heidi from New Barons Brewing. How are you doing tonight?
Hey guys, I'm good. How are you doing?
Oh, can you tell that I'm insanely nervous?
No, you're swimming.
Swimming?
Perfect.
I'm swimming? That's crazy because I actually don't know how to swim. Good. No, I'm just kidding. I do know how to swim. How have you been? It's if for those of you that don't know, I guess introduce yourself, introduce New Barons, all of that. But Heidi's one of our co-owners because it's in our bio on Instagram. So Heidi's one of the co-owners. She's an actual owner of New Barons, but we're member owners, so it's really just a formality. But how have you been?
I've been good, yeah. Heidi here from New Barons. I am one of the co-owners as well as the GM of the tap room. I've been good. When's the last time we talked, I guess? Probably a lot to catch up on, maybe? December was pretty crazy for us.
I feel like you and JJ talk a lot more than you and I do, just because JJ's been in there a little bit more.
Because he comes and visits the tap room a little bit more?
No, I do come and visit. When I came and visited, no one was there. I mean, I did see John. That's not true. I did see John.
It was just him. Nick poured his own beers, actually.
Well, yeah, I can do that because I'm a fucking owner. What do you mean?
You found out no one staffed at 1 a.m. and it is what it is.
wasn't a key. It was more like a little shimmy on the door. Just kidding. Don't try that. But should we come back to all three of us?
Sure.
I think this is working like pretty well. Not gonna lie.
Your tech skills have surpassed my expectations.
Shout out Jay Brew. He really like made it pretty much dummy proof before we started. So let's get into New Barons a little bit. JJ, what do you got for Heidi? I mean, we're gonna kind of do this. So if you guys don't know, New Barons was on Feelin Lucky. How many? It was like over a month ago at this point, right?
Month and a half, if not longer, right?
Yeah, it's been a little.
Time is a very weird concept right now, so
It doesn't-
kind of comes and goes to me. Yeah.
I don't think it exists, honestly. Like it's just, it's really more of an idea.
A month plus ago.
Yeah. So Heidi was on, and New Barons was on that, but that Hops News has a much bigger audience. So we are kind of going to do the interview over, I guess, without John. To start off with. So tell us a little bit about New Barons and just in general, I guess. How did you get started? How do you know John?
Sure. So John, he wanted to be here. He's actually traveling back to Missouri for the holidays. That's where he's from. Okay. He and one of our other partners, Matt, were really the people that got this off the ground, along with some of our other original board members, Mike Mack and Sarah Hand. Okay. We are, I think, still so far Wisconsin's only cooperatively owned brewery, which means that we're owned by our consumer. So when you join and you get a membership, yeah, exactly. You get a share of the company and you're a member for life, which is also unique to us as a one-time payment. And then you're kind of in for the perks for your whole life. And, you know, if you want to run for the board of directors, etc. We're really community driven and collaborative driven. You can join and support, you know, whatever business or passion project you have. You can get really involved. We opened up our tap room just this year, even though we've been open or around, I should say, since 16. And we have members coming in and literally pouring concrete. We've had members that our beers are named after or inspired from. When you join, it's kind of up to you. People always ask what you get, and we kind of turn that question around. And whether you want to join and get the perks or meet a bunch of cool people that love beer too, or go all the way up to, you know, being employed by us or being on the board of directors, really can do whatever you want with it. I did hear news there might be another co-op brewery coming in the south of Wisconsin somewhere, but really? We've been the first and only so far. Yeah, as a rumor. I don't know.
Well, for sure you're the closest to us, because you're located not right in the heart of downtown, but you're still downtown.
We're just south of downtown Milwaukee, right outside like the heart of Bayview, right off the freeway. We're in the Lincoln warehouse, so there's several hundred businesses in the warehouse. We've got Component Brewing, which is in there. We've done some cool stuff with them. We've collaborated on a beer with them, and we actually share some tanks. Things like that. I think now in Bayview, there's 6 breweries. Counting right? Component, New Barons, Supermoon, Gathering Place just moved in, Enlightened. 1840 and Enlightened. That
sounds about right.
Yeah. So John was really the mastermind, if I were to just credit anything to this. Him and his wife, actually. His wife was extremely supportive. She used to be on the board. And they had the idea to create a different kind of brewery, and the way that they wanted to do it was to galvanize a bunch of people around the best thing, which is beer. And the best way they thought to do that was a co-op. And so it kind of happened organically.
So do you guys, this is a question that isn't on our sheet, but do you guys happen to know who like the first co-op was? Because I imagine there has to be some like outside of Wisconsin that you got the idea from, or is it really like just John's idea?
It's not just John's idea. I think when we first started, there was 13 in the country. Okay. Fair State right in Minnesota, I think is Black Star. I hope I don't get that wrong. It's down in Texas. There's a cool one out in Seattle as well. I think they're becoming a little bit more well-known, and a couple more popped up since then. Okay. But yeah, there's 13 when we started. So it wasn't our original idea.
Gotcha. Very cool.
It's still awesome. It feels like home when you walk into that tap room. I mean, everyone's having
Yeah.
fun. Everybody knows everybody. Would you like to talk about? I'm sure it's coming to an end right now, but you guys had a little Christmas sale, if you will. So you want to give us a little bit of information on that?
Yeah, we are doing a holiday market. And so essentially, we're selling the goods and services our member owners either create or support or make themselves. And we actually have set up a physical market where you can come in and buy things. They're really good gifts. We've got chocolates, hot sauce, we've got merch, we've got like hoodies and t-shirts that people make. Recently, we had a new business member who is selling crystals. We've got a company called Midi. I think it's Midi Disc Golf. It's a disc golfing company, and Joe Royden, who's one of our very active member owners, he does all of our merchandise. He started a new thing where he's doing a line for disc golfers. So we're selling little can covers that are mini discs and towels for disc golfing and stuff like that. And so essentially, anyone that was a member of the co-op that wanted to participate, we sent out an email saying, get us this information and drop off whatever you want, and we'll sell it for you. 100% of the profit goes right back to the seller. And then we also did like a Facebook and Instagram post for each of them that would have links to their respective businesses. So they get a little bit of marketing out of it as well. We've got a lot that, you know, have a service, but maybe not something physical. So we have business cards or flyers or things like that. Like we've got a dog training service or, you know, marketing companies, a bunch of different things. And so as long as you're a member owner, you could participate. I think we're on track to sell about $1,000 worth of stuff, probably a little bit more than that by the end of the year. And it is running the full length of December. So last minute gifts tonight, we're open till 9. And then after the holidays through till New Year's.
That's awesome. I didn't see a link for JJ and I's OnlyFans up there. What's up with that?
You didn't send me the information.
Okay, that's fair enough. We provide awesome services on there. It's really just
All right.
JJ with the nut.
So I'm going to need a link to your business and a picture for us to post about it. Okay. So you got one handy.
Yep.
What's the criteria of the photos? Because
most of ours are inappropriate, or they're just our feet. So.
I mean, if you could censor it so we don't have to, our marketing person's pretty busy already. That would be cool.
And just blur out like the toenails and stuff like that, right?
Yeah,
exactly.
The bunion.
That's awesome. So tell us about your beer. You have a beer out now that we talked about when New Barons was on Feelin Lucky, but you guys have a beer that just came out that I will be drinking in just a little bit here, but tell us about it.
Yeah, I'm drinking some right now. Got it, the Queen. It was made in honor of me. My business partner really did it. So he named it. He created the idea because my favorite style of beer is Mexican lager. But really, the beer is actually brewed in honor of everyone in the service industry. I really wanted to give back to them in some way. Because they are the queens and the kings that are making us all stay sane as much as they can. And they've had such a hard time this year. So if you come into the tap room and you get one of our Mexican lagers in your industry, and that could be kitchen, restaurant, bar, staff, you get $1 off every pint. Later down the line, when we're out of this COVID mess and we start raising money that doesn't have to go to us, we want to find places to donate to help benefit those of the service industry. But it's a Mexican lager, super easy, super drinkable. If you like things like our Sunny Crank, you'll really enjoy it. The recipe's super similar, really light. We have it in cans and on draft. So you'll start seeing it out in stores hopefully soon. We started working with a distributor. So looking at places like Outposts and stuff. So it'll be one of our first super widely distributed beer other than Hopped by Ziggy. And actually, I want to mention that it's on sale today. Yeah, there you go. It's on sale today. So if you're a member of the co-op, you get 6 packs for $9 today. And if you're not, it's $11. And we're doing curbside pickup, or if you're in the tap room till 9 tonight.
Awesome. That's so cool. It's an absolutely delicious beer. We talked about it a lot
Thank
when
you.
I was there because Mexican lagers, I'm Mexican and they're one of my favorite, not just because I'm Mexican, but it's one of my favorite styles of beer.
There's a good chance that's the reason though.
Yeah, it could be.
So are you guys lime or no lime? There's a debate going around right now in the tap room.
Has to be a lime. I think you have to
All
have
right,
lime.
I'm team lime.
I'm usually team lime. For some reason, this one, I really don't like it. I like it with like a Modelo or Corona. So John, my partner, you guys both know him.
Yep.
He did a kind of funny promo where he did like a team lime or team no lime.
Okay.
And at the end of the night, whoever voted lime, he put that many in one pint and drink it. And I think it was he was outrageously outnumbered. I think it was like a dozen limes or something in his one pint of beer.
That's so funny. I think
maybe the perfect ratio, though. I'm just saying, it's healthy for you. You get a little bit of citrus in the system, you know.
No way, then you overpower the delicious beer.
At what point does it become a beer limeade? How many limes does it take?
I don't know. It's a good question.
It's a great question. Do you guys have any like other events coming up after the new year that you guys are planning?
We've got one for sure. We want to do another chocolate pairing. We did a beer and chocolate pairing with melt chocolates that went really well. I think this time around, we're trying to offer more virtual options. So we'll do one in the tap room and one virtually.
Okay.
And then we're also partnering up with, I think it's called Safe and Sound. They're a committee that is dedicated to helping neighborhoods become more safe and help children a lot. And they're doing a trivia. And so you can buy a ticket either with beer, which would be the queen, you get to pick up 6-pack, or without it. So that's a virtual event that we're doing at the end of January. It goes towards a really super awesome cause. A little bit further in the year, we have our annual member meeting in June, which will be a little bit extra exciting because we are nominating 2 more board members and doing another election. So if you guys want to hop on the board of directors,
I was gonna say, you're looking
the
at
pod needs to be part of that. We need to start. We need to start right now. Our presidential run. We got this.
For sure. This is how I get into the White House. It starts at
New Barons.
Those are some of the big ones. We're also trying to launch some more programming. Hopefully, the COVID regulations will start to get a little less restrictive into the amount of people and the regulations in the tap room when it gets a little safer. So there's some programming we haven't been able to do because of that, beer school being one of them. So hopefully events like that will start coming into place as the year moves forward. Right?
Tell us about your beer school event.
So it's actually going to be a monthly thing. We're still kind of honing in on exactly what we want to offer. We do monthly votes, which you guys might know within the co-op. So when you're a member, you're privy to like certain business decisions, and education was at the top. So now we're kind of finding out, what do you want to learn? Do you want to focus on a style of beer? Do you want to learn about being like home brewing, how to start your own brewery? So we're going to start doing like the first class would be really specific to a style. And then ultimately the idea is that class will get to vote on what you learn next. It'll kind of be a once a month thing once we get going. Probably to member owners to start. We'd like to offer it to everybody. We have a tiny space, so we want to make sure that they have the option to be there if they want to be first.
Nice. Very cool.
John will run that. Probably John and maybe our assistant will step into.
What have been some of the topics that you've had before? Because we're definitely going to steal some of them for our beer school that we do. Just kidding. But Hoppy Mommy, our one of the co-hosts that didn't want to come on tonight. That was a lot of shade thrown. That was
that was a tad bit.
I was just kidding.
She only is in charge of all legal decisions. It's fine.
Yeah, no, it's fine. she's our on staff lawyer. But she does a beer school, so I was wondering if anything has crossed over, like that you guys have done and that she's done. So what are some of the topics that you guys have done before?
So we haven't done beer school yet. We're waiting to start it.
Okay.
Yeah. But we're taking votes on like what they want to see, like what do they want to learn about. Yeah.
Gotcha. Do you know what any of those?
I'm personally going to sign up for all those because we're on a craft beer podcast, and I don't know shit about beer.
I was gonna say we're notorious for being the only craft beer podcast that knows absolutely nothing about craft beer.
Well, you know what you should do? We've got a member owner, Eric Guprod, who is selling a beer class. It's $200 for 4 people. You try 5 beers and get like a 2-hour class, and you should sign up and learn something.
Seen that. I 1,000% will sign up for that. 1,000%. We should do that, JJ.
Yes, I'm in.
I know a couple.
We're
of people that we
exploring,
could get.
we're trying to get a little bit more creative on the virtual side of things. We've tried to keep things in-house as much as possible. But maybe virtual tastings or something in January, February, March, something we could explore.
Okay. Nice. Very, very cool. Yeah, we're looking to get into the virtual tasting game too. So if you ever want to, I'm not going to speak on behalf of Jay, but I know he'd love to have you guys be one of our virtual tasters. So you guys have some absolutely incredible liquid. Hop by Ziggy is one of my favorites. One of the things that we talked about when we were there are some of the names for your guys' beers. Could you give a little bit of the background on, like, because they all have their own like unique stories, and I think you talked about it a lot with the Queen.
Yep.
Could you talk about a couple others?
Yeah, absolutely. One of my favorites is our all work, no play. It is our our West Coast IPA.
Okay.
And it is made in homage to our marketing director. She's a huge fan of horror movies. It's a reference to The Shining. And the logo is, the little sisters, but the blue dresses, but hops instead of heads. The Hopped by Ziggy that you're drinking, there is a local band who all 5 of the members of the band are also members of the co-op. They're like I wouldn't call them a reggae band. They're like a surf rock kind of band. And so the style kind of fit with what they were doing. That'd be another name. It's 5 a.m. Somewhere is just a really cool name. Originally, it was named after John's wife, Nora, that I mentioned before. And it was just Nora's Coffee Stout. And that was a beer where we did a member owner vote, and someone had come up with the clever name of It's 5 a.m. Somewhere, so we did that.
Yeah.
That one, you guys are brewing some more of that, right?
What was that?
You're making some more of the 5 a.m. Somewhere?
We are. It is done, and I'm excited about it. We went with a different coffee this time. We went with Rogue Coffee Roasters. They are a local company, and we use their Christmas blend, and we're super excited about it. It's a little bit different. It tastes super good. Yeah, we just sold a couple of kegs of it. It's ready. It's just not on draft yet.
Nice. Very, very cool. I'm checking. JJ, are you able to see? Are there any comments? I don't think we've ever had a show with no comments, but I haven't been able to see.
I was gonna say, so far it's just you talking to yourself in the DMs.
That's not me. I don't know if I am supposed to mention the Hops News family, the people that are watching, to get them to comment. Please, for the love of God, do, because we want to ask your questions to Heidi. I know you did answer a bunch of our listener questions when we had you guys on earlier, on Feelin Lucky, that is. But JJ, do you have anything else for her? I'm trying.
Yeah. So
this is
we're gonna go into a.
Sorry, I'm trying to I'm just saying I'm trying to multitask here, and like this is my first time running a show, and it's like not the easiest thing in the world. So if you have anything else, please.
Yeah, I think it would be fun to do just a light argument, nothing too crazy between the 3 of us.
Ooh.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's get the Feelin Lucky started.
All right, so would you rather have a pause button or a rewind button for life?
This is just the movie Click, right? Or no.
Basically.
I guess they had both.
Wow.
It's a great question. Heidi, I don't want to put you on the spot right away, but do you have an answer that comes
Does anyone
to mind?
know you have either button? Is this like a super secret button? You can just have your own private rewind or pause?
I think it has to be, right?
Yeah, I think it has to be. I agree.
So if you rewind, you can just change whatever you wanted.
Yes.
Yeah, I guess, but then you like get into the whole like if you change the past, everything else change, which I guess is probably what you're looking for. But
well, if you're not going back, you're like rewinding it, so you're undoing everything with you up until that point, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, but if you've like played it out long enough, right? Like if you rewound back to something really traumatic, like you might not be the owner of a brewery right now.
Right.
Yeah, I don't think I rewind. I think I would do the pause button.
Pause just to savor the moment,
yeah.
Pause, light a cigar, sit there with some scotch.
Yeah. What would you do?
Me or JJ? The question is a rewind or a pause. There's no fast forward because
correct. No, you can't fast forward to your death.
Fast forward through life is short already.
I mean, this COVID, this has been the longest year of my life. So this whole
I know it.
2020. So I think if you ask me at the beginning of 2020, I think it for sure would be fast forward, but that's not an option. So I think it would have to be rewind. And I'll give the reason why would be like, I always think about it like my favorite TV show ever. I would give almost anything to go back and like relive that, like how it felt in the moment watching it, not knowing what was going to happen. Cause I've watched it not thousands of times, but like so much. And I would give anything to be able to relive that. I guess that would be a little better than like pause, because I don't know, pausing, everybody else around you pauses. So you don't really like, you get to live in the moment alone, but you know, does that make sense?
Yeah, but you just made it kind of sad.
Damn, I did not mean to do that. I did not mean to do that at all. By the end of this, we're all just going to be more depressed than we already are. That's what Feelin Lucky is.
I'm going with the pause option. Just because I feel like there's a lot of moments in life that like are only good because you enjoy them once the way that they played out. So you can't like rewind and really enjoy the same moment. So I would just use the pause for like those few moments where like, you really have to stop and think about what you're gonna say. And like and I'd probably pause that. Or maybe I'd pause like to just enjoy something just for 3 seconds more. But I don't think I like the ability to rewind. I think it would take the like adventure and fun out of life. The risk, you know? Like, oh fuck it, I could just do this because if it doesn't work out, I could rewind it, and I think that would get old.
But
if you pause, does everything pause around you, and then you can go do whatever you want?
That's kind of how I'm picturing it. That's why I'm not.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Then I definitely take pause then.
So what would you do? Like you'd pause.
Oh, you could teleport then, basically, right? You could just pause, like drive your ass to work, just unpause.
Yeah, running late to something, pause. I'm there early now.
Okay, well, you just might have swayed me.
Game changer.
I would for sure do that. That's the answer, right? You can't, like, I would never be late to anything again. That's incredible.
Are you late a lot?
Yeah, for sure. JJ can tell you. Like, if I say that I'm gonna be somewhere, like I'm surprised that tonight started on time, because if I would have, when I say I'm gonna be somewhere at like 7, it'll probably be like 7:30 or 8. Just nice. Like that's a general rule of thumb for me.
Yeah, he's that friend I always tell him like an hour in advance of the time when something's happening.
Yep. If there's a party that starts at like people are gonna start showing up at 9, it's like 7:30 for me, and I'll be like, oh yeah, perfect. I'll be there right on the
Nick's
dot.
like, damn, JJ has early ass parties.
Yeah, right. Fucking nerd. Just kidding. Well, Heidi, that was a really fast half hour.
I know, it always goes fast. Thank you for having us.
That's what like every relationship I've ever been in. That's what they said too. That was, hold on, do I have the sounds? Nope. There we go. Can you guys hear that?
Yep, sure can.
Perfect. Damn, I'm like really good at this technology stuff. But yeah, so please plug everything New Barons. That was awesome. Thank you so much for joining on, like, literally. What time did JJ text you? At like 5? A few hours ago. Maybe?
Like you texted me like an hour after I found out my night schedule changed just so that I could be on here. It worked out perfectly.
Incredible. Well,
the gods willed it. Thank you, beer gods.
Yeah, right. No kidding. So plug everything New Barons. Thank you so much for coming on. Tell us where we can find you. If you want to plug your personal stuff too.
Yeah, whatever you want to do. I don't have anything personal to plug. My life is the brewery right now, but the Queen is on super special tonight. So come in and get your beer for Christmas. We got 6-packs, so you can walk in, walk out, or just hang out and have a beer. Nick is bartending, and he'll be there till 9 or maybe later if a bunch of people are there. We're working with a distributor now, which is news we didn't go over. That's brand new to us. We're going to be in stores soon. We're working with Outpost and a couple other big names, which I'm super pumped about. I think we went over everything else. We're doing curbside now, which is different. We've been doing pickup for forever, but we offer curbside now. So if you don't want to get out of your car, we'll run it out to you. I think that's it. The member market goes to the end of the year too. So stop in. There's still some yummy treats in there. And some cool swag and all different kinds of stuff.
Instagram. What's your guys' Instagram handle? Do you know it off the top? I think it's New Barons.
At New Barons Brewing Coop or
Co-op.
New Barons Coop. I
don't
should
remember.
know that because I manage it. I think it's New Barons Coop.
Yeah, I don't know ours either. I don't know like any of our
Yeah, I was
stuff.
about to say we
run
manage
our
ours, and I
Instagram.
couldn't tell you.
We're lucky if we post like once every other month. So
New
totally
We talked about
understand.
this
Barons,
after I remember.
New Barons Brew Coop.
New Barons Brew Coop. Go follow them.
Yeah.
Go follow them on Instagram. Go check them out. Become a member owner with us. Because
Yeah, it's $200 for life. It's the cheapest if you do the math. And if you come in the tap room, our member owners get $1 off every single beer, $2 for every 4-pack or 6-pack, 20% off merch, limit or early access and cheaper tickets to events. You can become involved in the board. You can get to know more about the beer process. If you're looking for a way to get your foot in the door for beer, which is kind of tricky in a small city like this, we're your people. I know you had mentioned, Jared, before, like when you walk in, everyone knows each other and having a good time. We really want to make everyone that comes in feel like a regular, even if it's the first time in. So I love that you said that because that's what we want. Everyone is welcome. And I'm excited to meet all the people that come in.
Yeah, for sure.
And I actually had a Dorothy Walker before I go because I saw her pop on. It's my boyfriend's mom. And
Dorothy.
I got
Shout out
say
Dorothy.
hi, Dorothy. You guys say hi to Dorothy?
Hi Dorothy. Cheers, Dorothy. Hopefully you're drinking something.
Cheers.
Yeah, we
If
got
you
some
ask
New
her
Barons.
nicely, she'll drink tequila with you.
Ooh,
Oh,
Dorothy.
you're kind of gal.
Dorothy, are we gonna be hitting up New Barons after this? I'll bring a bottle of tequila for us. Just to piggyback
She's in
off of
Illinois.
just to piggyback off what Heidi said, her sign off there. So the only bar that I've ever been in, and I was like completely alone, was New Barons pretty recently, just because I was going there to pick up some stuff, and I forget who. I think Nick was bartending. John showed up, and there were a couple people at the bar, and it's like the most inviting feeling ever. It was like at 12 o'clock or something on a Saturday, and I absolutely loved it. That's the only time I've ever done that, because I was waiting to get some beer. So she's not lying when she says it's like it is. I love that JJ said that too, because it is like a very warm and inviting place. So go check it out.
Yeah.
For sure, check out their member owner stuff if you're in Milwaukee. I know there's a bunch of people in Milwaukee. I can see some of the viewers. There's some Milwaukee people there, so please check them out. And yeah, thank you so much for coming on, Heidi. Seriously, you're a real one.
You're very welcome. We'll see you at the brewery in a little bit, right?
Yeah, of course. One more question
Yeah,
before
of
you
course.
get
You
off.
said you're there tonight, right?
Yep. I'll
One
be there.
more-
I'm going right there now.
I'm not gonna say
All right.
it.
Well,
It
we'll
was
meet
gonna
you
be-
there in like 45 minutes.
I'll beat you.
Sounds good. Thank you so much again. Cheers.
Cheers, guys. Thank you.
Cheers. Thank you.
All right, let's see if I can get.
Now putting the tech skills to the real test.
Yep.
Hey,
Did
look
that
at
work?
that.
I honestly think
Yeah.
it worked.
I'm impressed with you.
Finally, people are starting to comment. Have we ever had a show where there just hasn't been like any comments?
I think this is the longest we've ever gone, and I'm willing to bet we have something to do with it.
That's so true. The fact that it happened, I don't. That has to be a bad thing, right? There's absolutely no way that was like planned or something like that.
Yeah, they just messaged all the Patreons, told them not to participate in tonight's show.
Yeah, right. Really, just fuck with them. Just absolutely fuck with them, because we were
I think
planning
you
on
threw
doing a
too
show.
much shade. I think that's what happened.
Yeah, maybe. I guess. Well, whatever. What are you sipping on now?
So I have jumped into my Cali Creamer, baby, if you can see that.
How do you like that? Do you only have one of them?
I got a 4-pack. This is my last one, and then I gave one to you for Christmas.
My man, that's true love, because I mentioned a while back that is probably, if I extended my 6-pack to a 12-pack, that would without a doubt be one of the ones that I would have in there, my like ultimate 6-pack. that Cali cream in it, it tastes exactly like cream soda to me, and that's
Oh, it's so good. I
it's
love
just
it
like
to
there's
death.
it tastes like there's no alcohol in it, which is like so crushable,
Dangerous.
so dangerous. Exactly.
They should call it like a Cali Crusher. I
Hmm.
get it. They call it creaming because it's like a creamsicle, but I mean it's so good. And then even the artwork on the front of the can,
Yep.
it's a VW bus with a surfboard, and
Yeah. Right.
it's just spectacular.
Hmm.
So
Yeah.
baby, second half of the
Ready?
show. Are you
So
ready?
let's start getting fucking weird. Tell me if this would have been an inappropriate question to ask. It for sure would have been inappropriate, but how inappropriate do you think? I was gonna ask if this is supposed to be Heidi's butt. Would that have?
That's that. I mean, you could have gotten away with that one. I think. For
Okay,
sure.
I didn't. I was gonna ask it literally right before she got off, but like, cause then I was gonna get like, I fit it. Before you answer, that girl's got some fucking cake. I don't know. Like, I mean, she's looking a little thick. She's like, she might be the new. I forget. I was listening to a podcast that said they were talking about not like brands or stuff that used to like get them going when they were younger, and like they were talking about like Aunt Jemima, and like there's some cartoons and stuff like that. That if I would have had that like young spry like 12, 13-year-old Lucky had that, would have done some damage with it. It would have made it would have made life a little bit more interesting.
Would have been dangerous.
Yeah, so that you don't think that would have been too inappropriate?
No, I think you could have gone away with that one. That one's not bad. Not compared to the joke you're gonna open with. I'll tell you that.
Should I say that? I don't know that I should
Yeah.
say that because as soon as I open this, it says my stepmom's watching. So,
Yeah, maybe not then.
yeah.
So this is a question for you, Lucky.
Yep.
Have you opened your orange Cali creamer yet?
No, I haven't.
Oh damn. Okay, because you've had the original, right?
I've had the original and the orange. I think I've had both of them. There's
Okay. Because
Yeah.
Matt messaged us and asked which one we thought was better. It looks like he likes the orange better than the original. I've never had the original, so I can't attest.
I do like the orange better than the original as well, Matt. Thank you for chiming in.
So you have had it before?
Yes, no, I for sure have had it
Okay.
before.
Okay.
For sure. He sent both of them. He sent 2 of each, which I think is like the perfect
Oh,
amount when
nice.
you're trying
That
like,
actually is.
when you're trying a new beer. I think you have to have it twice. That was like kind of what stopped me with a lot of the beers that I've tried. When we talked about the Ultimate Six Pack, a lot of the beers that I've tried through the Hops News family, a lot of them could be in that, but it's like only having them once. I just don't know that. What if I was like really drunk and I just thought like, I don't know, that it was
That's
better
always
than it
the
was.
worst, though. If I'm being honest with you.
When you like crack open a beer not on accident, but like you're too intoxicated and you don't actually like. I'm sure you
Enjoy
taste
it.
it, but you just like I don't know. I know what you
No,
mean.
yeah, I agree. Because the idea of like my Christmas box, because of COVID, I haven't been able to break into yet,
Yep.
and I want to wait 1 or 2 more days because I just got my taste back, but I want to experience everything to its like fullest.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that's what I'm worried about. Is I'm so excited to just crack them open that I'm just gonna go on like a bender one night, and by
Yep.
beer number 7, I have no idea what I'm tasting anymore.
That's funny. Yeah, I feel that. So do you want to get into some Feelin Lucky questions?
Yeah, well, before we do that, I want to talk about something that's very in the season. Have you done your holiday shopping yet?
No, honestly, no. I like
So it's the eve of Christmas Eve.
the eve of Christmas Eve, and I probably won't be leaving. I guess I might leave my apartment after this, but I just don't. I am a last minute holiday shopper, which is so stupid because I know they jack up all of the prices and all of that shit. But like, I don't know. I just am so lazy. It's ridiculous until I absolutely have to go. And like today with COVID, everything was like up in the air, like whether or not, or this year with COVID, everything was up in the air, like whether or not I'd actually like be done quarantining in time to see my family and stuff like that. And luckily I'm done already. But it just, no, I haven't. Have you?
See, I'm a big Black Friday shopper for my presents. So if you're important to me, I bought your gift on Black Friday. If I didn't buy your gift on Black Friday, I just forgot about you.
Dead to me, basically.
Pretty much. So, but I was wrapping in like, I always visualize like presents being wrapped perfectly.
Yeah.
But I mean, I fucking can't. It looks like a raccoon wrapped it. I mean, it's awful.
That's so funny.
And so Reddit has started a thread of people posting their shitty wrap jobs of presents.
Yeah.
And there's some that read like, I'm a rocket scientist, or like I design like aeronautical engines that like need precision, like nothing can be off, or like a plane will crash, and this is the best I can wrap a fucking present.
That's so funny. If my stepmom's still in the chat, she is like amazing at wrapping gifts. It's absolutely crazy how good she is. And I am like very much a guy that like buys buys a bag and then like just uses the, what's it called? Like the tissue paper. Like I don't actually wrap gifts. The one time I did wrap a gift, it was for my little brother, who at the time was probably like 8 or 9. And we bought him a video game. And so we put it in a Christmas tree box, like a box that a Christmas tree came in. And we put probably like 3 10-pound dumbbells inside of it, wrapped it up, just stuffed it with tissue paper. And he like tore this thing apart. He couldn't even move it because he was so small. And like couldn't even, I don't even know that he found the present initially. He just got fed up with it. And then because like we duct taped the present to the bottom, we duct taped the thing to the bottom, and my parents were like, you can never do that again. Like that's so frustrating. You're going to make your little brother hate you. So I don't know. That's like, when I do it, it's always like
that. I'm a fan of the box inside the box. This year, like, so this whole past like 12 months, I've been saving every Amazon box I got. So my girlfriend's present is probably just like 60 Amazon boxes inside one another.
That's pretty funny. Amazon, this is my first year with Amazon Prime. I actually don't even have it. I asked my mom for hers so I could buy presents. I just like was able to put in my address and credit card on it. But it's so easy. It's so easy to just like go on and buy shit that you don't need. And I didn't want one hooked up to my credit card because I know like I would just buy shit all the time, and I have. Like I just have presents showing up still that I don't even remember getting. So it's not great.
That's why I didn't save any money when we were in lockdown, is because of Amazon. I just went on Amazon bender for the 3 months that we were in lockdown.
It's the worst. It is the worst. We're like flying through this. Do you want to get into Feelin Lucky questions?
Yeah, let's do it.
So if you guys don't listen to Feelin Lucky, that is JJ and I's podcast. Producer Beef sometimes frequents it. But it's a Milwaukee comedy podcast, and we do a lot of these questions that we call Dear Lucky or Barguments, depending on the segment that we're doing. And luckily we have like the best fans ever. I put out a call to some of the listeners, and I asked for questions because we'd be live tonight, and I got just absolutely flooded with them. So I have a bunch. What are you laughing about?
I just found maybe the hypothetical to end hypotheticals.
Well, we have to start with that. Sure. Should we end with it? Should we end with it? I mean,
no, let's just start with it. Let's go for the fences. All right. Would you still jack off if when you came your semen was just one big sperm and afterwards you had to fight it?
So I'm not like, I have to say this because I've been monitoring like who's been coming in and out of this stream. I kid you not, my grandma just started watching like right before
I
you
love
said that.
that.
I don't know
That's
if she
amazing.
still is Grandma Barb. Oh my God. I am so sorry, but we're going to answer it. So please tune out now if you don't want to hear the answer to that question. I can't imagine many people do, but I guess that's what we're going to go with. Oh, man.
Also, reply in our comments. Let us know if you're excited or not. Let's bring down the whole Hops family with us if we can.
I mean, we're done. This is the first and last Feelin Lucky takeover that we will ever do for sure. Repeat the question one more time because...
All right, just because I know you want me to say it again.
Yeah.
Would you still jack off if when you came your semen was just one big sperm and afterwards you'd have to fight it? It's kind of like just summoning the final boss in a video game.
But, yeah...
You know what? I'm just gonna say. I think I'm gonna go to church and become a monk at that point. I think I'm just there. There's no way. I couldn't win a fight with anything, including myself in this instance.
But like, do they base how big is the monster? Like, is it based on the size of your?
I think it depends on the level of shame you're feeling, and I'm feeling pretty shameful. So
if
that's
it's
a big
shame monster, if it's a shame monster every time, that thing will trounce me. Not even like it will not even be a close battle. I can't believe we're talking about this live on Facebook right now. I would. I can't. I mean, I can't even try to. You can't not. Like, imagine. Thank you, Matt. I'm glad someone responded. You can't not. Like, if you're a man, it's more out of necessity, like to others, like for the safety of others around me. I have to bite the bullet. I have to fight the giant. I have to slay the giant. And I have to slay my giant to get there. Like, that's just not, I mean, I can sit here and be like, yeah, I'll be a hero and I won't do it for the rest of my life. But like, I don't have sex enough to not do that. Like,
I have this really terrible image of just my roommate being like, as I'm walking to my room, grab shotgun, my roommate being like, why do you need a shotgun? You'll find out later.
Yeah. Just you wait, bud. Let's please move on. Oh my God.
We lost a lot of viewers on that one. So
no, yeah, I don't think we have any left. Let's do one. There's so many. One that we're gonna have to have. This guy's gonna be a guest on our show pretty soon. Hopefully, I'm trying to talk him into coming on. Our buffalo wings finger food. Let's maybe end with this because it's a little tamer.
Ooh.
This has been so a little bit of like background behind it. This has been a conversation that me and some of my friends from high school have been having since literally sophomore year. And it has gotten so heated. I think I've ruined friendships over it. I'm not even kidding. Like, there are people that I don't talk to based on their opinion of this. What are your thoughts?
That's amazing.
What are your thoughts?
I think it has to be finger food. I am a true bone-in believer.
Yep.
If you are not ordering boned-in wings, you are eating chicken nuggets.
Yep.
With sauce.
1,000%.
And so for it to be buffalo wings or chicken wings or anything of that nature has to be traditional, which means it has to be a finger food.
So the argument that they always make is like wings is like an entree. Like, and you would call like a burger, you wouldn't call a burger finger food. They think that it's like the same thing as that. Wings is 1,000% an appetizer.
It's 100% appetizer.
1,000% an appetizer. It's 1,000% finger food because like you
as
can
all
put out.
appetizers are.
You can put out a tray or something at like a football, like if you got a football party or something, you can put out a tray of wings and people are just going to grab it with their fingers. I can't get too much into this. I don't know if this guy's watching, but he thinks that it's not a finger food. It fucking is.
Oh, for sure.
We can just, if we're on the same page, we can end it there and maybe do one more that's a little bit more exciting, because I think we need someone that's a contrarian on that to really get into it.
Yeah, I don't think I can argue the opposite side well. So what else do we got?
Couldn't.
I just think they're dumb. They're just wrong.
They're stupid and they're wrong, and they're less of a person to me because of it. Let's see. I'm just scrolling through screenshots of responses that we got, and I think we're gonna go with. All right, if you could choose to lose all of your hair forever or get 25% more intelligent, what would you choose?
Ooh, that's a good question. What are you going with? I assume you thought about it a little bit. I need a moment.
1000% did. What am I going to do with 25% more intelligence? That's my first question.
A lot. I mean, I guess that's not really multiplying your current intelligence by much, but
right. I mean, that's kind of what I'm getting at. I don't think I'm doing much with 25% more intelligence. Like, I'm going to stay at my same job. I'm going to not progress at all. I'm going to have the same podcast. I don't know. I don't know what 25% more intelligence gets me, and I need to have my hair until it falls out, because if I chose to go bald at 25, I would hate my life. I would absolutely hate it.
I think I'm picking the opposite of you.
Okay.
And it's because I'm convinced that I could take over the world. I just drank way too much to do it.
Oh.
And so if I had the extra 25% intelligence, I think it's just game over for everyone. I think I just rule all.
You'd probably be at like your regular intelligence, just with the drinking. You know what I mean? Did I just fuck you up there?
No, Matt's comment's amazing. Matt said 25% more intelligence, you would rename the show Getting Lucky. That's
Folks,
one of the best things ever said on this show, Matt.
See, I'm behind on I'm behind on the comments. That's fantastic. I think we'll probably end it there. Chime in, I guess, if you're rewatching this or re-listening to this for whatever reason. JJ, let's go to you and have you sign off.
Sure. All right. Well, we still have the shot poured from when we said we were going to take shots before the show. So I'm just going to do mine right here.
Back to the shots. No, hold on.
Oh, do you got yours?
I've got a bottle.
Okay, perfect. Ooh, I love that sound.
It's sexy,
all right? Oh, we're going to have them on later. I'm excited. They're in the lineup for 2021.
I needed that way before now. Like,
yeah,
I needed that shot probably like 5 hours ago when I found out we were doing this fucking show on our own.
But anyway, signing off. My sign-off's probably going to be pretty much the same as yours. Give Feelin Lucky a listen. I'm one of the hosts on there. I guest spot on the main show here whenever someone backs out. So thank you guys for all canceling tonight so Nick and I could take over this fabulous audience and have a blast with them.
All right, man. Anything else you need to plug quick?
Nope, I think we're good. Follow Feelin Lucky on the Insta. That's feeling without the G and then lucky.
POD.
Oh, see, I don't even know our own Instagram handle.
That's so fucked. Because you're one of the 2 people that You're one of the two people that run it. So I am looking. I know some people were saying. Oh, okay, there it is. So I've got the thing that I need to plug for. No, I'm not even. I don't even know why I'm reading that. Okay, so thank you guys so much. Anybody that tuned in. I don't know how you stuck around. It was crazy. Thank you so much to Heidi for coming on, and New Barons in general for letting us be owners of your brewery, because it's awesome. It's absolutely amazing liquid. I opened up one of these. I'm going to try to cool down with one of these before I head over to that tap room. Follow Hops News on everything. If you don't, share Hops News, share it, like talk about it with your friends. Do whatever you can, because we have a lot of fun doing this. And shout out to Jay, Hoppy, and Mash for not coming on tonight, so me and JJ could take over and get a little weird. I think next time maybe we'll do a full hour of it, because it was so much fun of just shooting the shit with you. And Matt made my night with these comments. Yeah, man. I don't know. I'm still pretty speechless that we got to do this. It's so awesome. Thank you, Hops News, for the opportunity. Yeah, just follow Hops News everywhere. And if you follow Hops News anywhere you can find podcasts, you'll get ours. You'll get much more of this crazy shit that we do. I'll come back to the two of us. And yeah, man, that's it.
Awesome.
Had a lot of fun. JJ, thank you, JJ. If I'm giving shout outs, JJ, for always being there, being ready to get weird and get in the grass or get in the mud, I guess, and get canceled.
Yeah,
with
I mean,
me, so.
Getting weird with you is just kind of what we do, bud.
Yeah. Love you guys.
Cheers,
all.
guys. Love you.
Cheers.